welcome to another episode of Christy Chaos. Christy here.
John
with
here.
my husband John. Alright, so for today's video, we kind of just want to help you get to know who we are and what our goals are moving forward. So me, I'm more loud. I've definitely had people tell me most of my life, shh, you're so loud. So I'm loud. I'm outgoing. I'm very caring. When I love with my whole heart. And that's probably one of my flaws. And you would think, how is caring a flaw? Well, I can be. And I'm also kind of crazy. So you really don't want to mess with me because I can go from 0 to 100 like that. I'm kind of crazy. I mean, just ask my poor husband. Yes. I'm crazy.
She can go 1 to 100 in like 2 seconds.
So, a little bit about us. So, we've been together for 10 years.
10 long years.
Oh my gosh. And this October will make 5 years. 5 years of marriage. And honestly, it doesn't even feel like it's been 10 years that we've been together or 5 years that we've been married. Like, time has just flown so fast. And honestly, I couldn't see myself with anybody else. Like, I truly think I found my best friend.
Me too.
Aw, you're so sweet. Isn't he cute? You can't have him. He's mine. Don't make me go from 0 to 100. So, I kind of want to talk a little bit about some of our goals that we have. Short term, which means over the next year, where do we see ourselves? And long term. So I guess I'm going to go first. So some of my short-term goals, I would definitely like to move from the place that I'm in, a change of scenery. So a different house, because I feel that we've kind of outgrown where we're living. And we definitely need more space, especially, with doing YouTube and with the editing and everything. It makes it a little challenging sharing everything. I mean, we do well, but we definitely need our own space. We need, you know, his space and my space. And right now, that's something that we lack. So in the future, moving forward, that is what I would like to do, is to get a bigger space for us to both adequately be able to work on our videos. Because as you know, in some of my previous videos, he has his own channel. So when we're sharing a computer,
gets kind of hard.
Yeah, it gets a little hard. So we try really hard to share the space and make it work. And so far it does, but it's not going to for much longer. I definitely need my own space. Also, short-term goals. I don't know if I've mentioned this, maybe a time or two, but we don't have kids. Life has dealt us a very bumpy road when it comes to kids. So we have to try a little harder when it comes to family planning. So in the next year, gosh, please, in the next year, I hope to be able to welcome a new addition to our family, because currently we have a fat, lazy orange cat and a crazy psycho dog. And while they add a lot of interesting times to our family, I feel that at my age and your age, we are ready to take on parenthood. And what's sad for me at times is all my friends, and it's not an exaggeration, I'm the last one, all my friends have school-age children. And I feel that by the time I have kids, their kids are going to be old enough to watch my kids and not necessarily hang out with my kids. That's probably a stupid fear to have, because of course my kid will have someone their age to play with. It's just the way it feels. But I definitely want to welcome children sometime in my near future. I would love more than anything to be a mom. So short-term goals for me would definitely be to move out of our current home and into a bigger home and start a family. In shorter words, where do you see your short-term goals? Like, what would you like to see over the next year for yourself? I'm kind of curious, and I want to hear your side of it, because I do a lot of talking. I usually do all the talking. As you see, he started to talk and I'm over talking him. That's kind of my flaw.
Okay.
So, to hear from my husband now. Go ahead and, let everybody know who you are and maybe follow up with some short-term goals.
Well, my name is John. I'm Christy's husband. I'm 29 years old, almost 30. And I'm a very quiet, shy, and very observant and a thinker. Like, I don't talk much, but I pay attention. I do.
So as he mentioned, he's kind of quiet and shy, observant and pretty much a thinker. So he's the guy that will be in a group of people and he's the one just sitting there watching everybody. And everybody's, socializing and, kind of, conversating here and there. And he's kind of just sitting there, watching everything happen. He's not very vocal when it comes to things. It's actually amazing that me and him ended up becoming a thing, because in the very beginning he didn't do a whole lot of talking. It was more me, which sounds odd when you say it now looking back, but I guess it works out.
Like in our phone calls, I would go, yep, yep.
Yeah, a lot of the beginning, the first few years of our relationship definitely was all over the phone. We've seen each other a lot in person too, but we talked way more on the phone. We'd spend hours on the phone.
6 hours on a phone call one time.
Yeah, our parents loved that. Anyways.
Sign up the phone. But I'm quiet, I'm shy, I'm very observant, I'm a thinker.
Okay.
Exactly, I'm a thinker. But my short-term goals in life, like within the next year, I want to be a dad. Like, I want to carry on my last name, have a different generation of my family. It means a lot to me.
I guess I'll go first for some long-term goals. So if in the next, let's say 5-10 years, if we don't have a bigger forever house that we absolutely love, I want to travel. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about people who live minimally and they travel the world in their RV, and honestly, when I watch that gets me excited. That's like it gets something going inside of me. I've been watching a little channel called Less Junk, More Journey. They're super inspiring, and they don't just show all the glitz and glamour of, RVing and traveling the world, which there's a lot of benefits to it. They show the downsides too. And I can appreciate that, not just showing all the good all the time, showing some of the bad and the hard times as well. So for myself, I think I want to travel. I think I want to see America. So long-term goals, I eventually want to get a nice RV, whether we have kids or not. Homeschooling is definitely an option, but I think I want to travel the world. I haven't decided exactly what kind of trailer or camper or whatever would work best for me, because obviously we're not in that situation right now, but that is definitely something I want to do. I want to travel the world. I want to live completely debt-free and just go. Just see everything, get everything that is lingering over us now, debt, monthly reoccurring bills, I want to get rid of all that. I want to live for me, and I want to do what makes me happy. And I think what'll make me happy is to constantly have a change of scenery. Because think about it. Let's say we're driving across the country in our RV or whatever, and we're in Arizona and we have this beautiful landscape of Arizona out our window, and then 2 or 3 weeks we're in Tennessee and the beautiful tree scenery. Like, can you really put a price on happiness? Can you really? America is so large and it has so many things to offer. Like, I've never really traveled. Like, I've been to California once. I've been to West Virginia a few times. I've been to different states, but as far as like travel the country and like stop and explore and see things, I have not done. Like when I would travel to West Virginia, we kind of just go and stay. I didn't really, unless we were driving somewhere, I didn't really get to explore, And same thing when I was in California, I didn't really get to go out and explore and see what all the area I was in had to offer. It was kind of just come here, stay here, okay, go home. Like, I want more than that. Like, I am an adventurous person. That probably comes with my outgoing and my crazy, but I definitely want to, and I hope I can get my husband on board for this. But I would love to travel the world. Maybe a year of travel, maybe 2 years of travel. I don't really know. We're not in that situation. I know it definitely won't happen in the next year or two. But I know somewhere down the road, with or without kids, I want to travel. I want to travel the world, and I want to live minimally. Because when you think about living minimally, you're like, well, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could give up my house, but I think I could. I think I could do without all the material possessions. I think everybody has, a few things that they just can't let go of, pictures and memories and such. But a lot of those things can be stored at like families' houses and stuff. And I think if we just absolutely had what we absolutely need, we would feel a sense of peace and euphoria just having absolutely what we need. Less waste. I want to live minimally and, downsize dramatically. I know that's crazy because my short-term goals are to have a bigger space. But long-term goals, because things are just going to keep getting better. The size of memory, you're going to get more memory and it's going to be smaller. So by the time we get to where we want to be, we'll be able to take our work with us on the road if we're still doing YouTube. Because my whole reason for YouTube was to show myself what I could do creatively, what I could do with editing, because before this, I had no experience with editing software. I didn't really film myself much. I mean, you record a lot of stuff, but like, you don't share everything with the world. And I wanted to show myself what I was capable of in the last year of my 20s, because I'm 29 as well, and 30's coming fast. So I kind of wanted to show myself and friends and family what I can do, and prove to myself that if you work hard enough, anything is possible. And I really believe that if we try hard enough, in a year or two, we'll be able to travel. We'll be able to buy an RV or a camper of some kind and travel the world and just see the world and live minimally. I still have to try to convince my husband that it's a good idea, but I think it's a wonderful idea because there's so many benefits to it. I think it would bring us closer together. Not that we're not close now, but I think it would bring us closer in a way that we don't even know is possible. Because you watch a lot of these other YouTubers who make it a full-time, on the road with their family, and they just talk about, how it brings them closer. Because you would think being in such small quarters, you would get sick of one another, but I hear it brings people closer together. So I'm excited to see what the future holds for us, because I mean, right now our life isn't bad, but it can always be better. Like, I want to travel. I don't like that I'm so stationary right now, which stationary is not bad. Stability is not bad. I'm not trying to say that being in one spot is bad, but I want to kind of be free. So, John, what would you say some of your long-term goals are? Because I can talk forever, because that's what I do. I should have put talkative as one of my points, but...
Very. Well, one of my long-term goals is I would like to travel for a year and just do like RVing in a way for a year, and then after that, and just owning my own house and having my own property. And
I
think
kind
it'll
of want to be on some land. I don't
Yeah.
want close neighbors.
Yeah.
Right now, our neighbors are close. I'm sorry, you were talking, but
See, she's always interrupting me. Now you know why I'm so quiet. I just let her do all the talking.
that is not why he's so quiet.
Go ahead and continue for me, babe.
Well, what he's trying to say is... No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Just explain yourself. I'm sorry. I'm a talker. I'm going to zip it.
But I would like to travel for a year, RVing, seeing different parts of the United States, maybe Canada,
Ooh.
then work our way up to Alaska.
Ooh, yeah.
So, I mean, it sounds fun. I want to do that. I want to see the world. And after that, settle down, own a home, get back to the grind, and
Get back to the grind.
do what you got to do. Live life to its fullest.
Well, I can agree with living my life to the fullest. He says just 1 year, but we'll see how it goes when we get there. Because I have a feeling that because it's so unknown right now and it's so scary, the unknown, and it is so scary. I think once we actually, start to do it, you'll find a sense of love for it. And of course, I do want to eventually, get a house later on down the road, a nice big house. But until then, I want to live as minimally as possible because we're surrounded by all of our personal possessions. Like, it's just stuff. When we leave this life, we are not going to take any of the stuff with us. It all stays here. So I love the idea of being in a bigger home because we definitely need the space for what we're looking for current time now. But I definitely want to live as minimally as possible, downsize our clothes. And oh my gosh, it's going to be so hard for me to downsize my clothes and my shoes. But I think that's something that we can definitely do. I think it's a challenge for us that will be worth taking, but that's definitely something I want to do. I don't know if it'll just be a year of RVing. I don't know if it'll be 2 years of RVing. I don't know if it'll be 6 months. I don't know if we'll do it for a month and completely hate it and just give up on it and move back into a house. I have no idea. However, from where I stand right now, what sounds good to me is traveling, seeing as much as I can see. And I just want to live my best life, and I want to see as much as I can see, because you only get this one chance, this one life, and I want to live it to the fullest. I want to see the world for what it truly is. I want to experience everything and embrace everything. So I know I keep talking about this, but traveling is something that I think I really want to do. Like, I've watched a couple different YouTube families that do full-time RVing, and some of them, kudos to you, because some of them have multiples of kids living in those tight quarters. I don't know how you do it, but I'm excited to try for myself and my own journey, and I don't even have kids. And even if we don't have kids and we're just traveling the world and it's just me and him, I'm excited. I want to see what we're capable of and where we can go in life. And I don't know if we'll film, if we'll still be doing YouTube, because I'm kind of just doing it for fun. Just kind of for something to look back on and see everything that I've done, because I've done some pretty silly things. But I mean, if enough people like us, I guess we'll stay. I don't know. But I definitely want to see where we can go in the next year, and the next 5 years, and the next 10 years. Like, I'm excited. Like, here's to 10 years and here's to 10 more. I mean, in 10 years, like, it sounds like a long time, but really, that 10 years has flown by. Like, I can't believe we're coming up on 5 years of marriage. 5 years. To me, that is insanity. Like, blows my mind to think that we've been together for that long. I can't honestly say that I picture myself with anybody but you, babe. I don't want to say that it's been a hard 10 years because we've had our ups and we've had our downs. We're nowhere near perfect, but I would say that we're in a better place now than we were, 10 years ago when we first started out and we didn't know much about each other. We've grown a lot together. We've matured a lot together because we were just kids when we got together. We were like 19, 20 years old when we met each other, still learning, a lot to learn. And there's still so much that we don't know and there is to learn. Like, I don't want to portray like we know it all, but compared to where we started and where we are now, like, it's just crazy to think that it's been that long. 10 years. How do you feel?
It's flown by.
Flown by. Yes, it has. But I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to say my goodbyes. So again, if there's anything you want to see me do or any videos that you like that I've done in the past, go ahead and leave me some suggestions in the comments. I read everything. I'm open for suggestions. If there's something new you would like to see me do, again, just leave it in the comments. So until next time, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you think I did a good job. If you like hearing me talk, thumbs it up. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Like, I have way more video views than I do subscribers. So who's watching my videos and not subscribing? I don't know, but you better hit that subscribe button because you know I'm awesome. All right. So until next time, that's it for Christy and John. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me.